Hey guys, what's up? It's Steven. I wanted to make another guitar video today. So this lesson is going to be on What the Hell Have I by Alice in Chains. To get things started, the guitar is going to be tuned down a half step, or E flat standard. And that's pretty much it. And we're ready to get into the song. So the intro riff is kind of played in a clean or a fuzz. I just thought I'd start off with distortion. Hopefully that'll help you guys hear it better. It should sound something like something like that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting with a bend on the second fret of the G string, and it's going to be a half step bend, so we're going to bend to the third. Like that. And then after we do that, we're going to kind of bend it quickly and then return back to the second fret. Like that. And then we're going to pick the open D string, well, fourth string, it's technically D flat, but you know what I mean. Just like that. Then we're going to hit the fourth fret of the fifth string. And then we're going to hit the third fret of the sixth string. So far we have just like that. Now the next part is going to be open fifth to the first fret, back to open, and then we're going to hit the bend at the second fret to the third fret again, and it's still going to be that bend and release back down. And then we're just going to pick the notes of the F major, well, some of the notes, that chord right there. So that's just the first fret of the sixth string, the third fret of the fifth, the third fret of the fourth, and then the second fret of the third string. So that's the first part of the intro. And then for the second part, we're going to be keeping with that feel. We're going to still start on the bend. All that's still the same, but to end the measure or the riff, we're going to just hit a bend from the second fret of the third string to the third. But we're going to actually kind of hold this one out, and then we're going to hit kind of a D, but it's in the power chord shape actually, sort of. Rooted at the fourth fret, so that's open fourth fret, second fret of the third string, and then the third fret of the second. And that's actually going to be the entire intro slash verse for the song. And then after we repeat that the necessary amount of times, we're going to be going into the chorus. Okay, so before we actually get into the chorus, I wanted to point out that there is another guitar that's layered into the song that's on kind of this delay type of effect. I'll just play it with a little bit of fuzz so you guys can hear it clearly, but it's all going to be on the first string, and it starts on the fifth fret, and then you're just going to alternate between this pattern that should sound something like, and then it starts all over. So all you're doing is you're starting on the fifth, going to the first fret, then open, and then third. And then all you're going to be doing is alternating between the third fret and the fifth fret. So the next time you play it, you'll be going 1, open, 5, then 1, open, 3, 1, open, 5. And then after you do that the necessary amount of times, you're going to land on the 5, and then you're going to let that ring out, and then you're going to start the cycle all over. So again, like that. And that's going to take us into the chorus, which sounds something like. something like that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making power chords rooted on the 6th string to start off with. So we're going to have open 6, then 2nd on the 5th, 2nd on the 4th strings. And then we're going to slide this shape down or up to the 1st fret, so 1, 3, 3. Just like that, and then we're going to return back to the open shape. Then we're going to pick the 3rd fret of the 5th string, then the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And then we're going to make that D power chord type shape on the 4th fret that we were using in the verse of the song. So that's again open 4th, 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So let that ring out a little. And then we're going to be making an A power chord rooted on the 5th, so that's open 5th, 2nd fret of the 4th, and 2nd fret of the 3rd. Like that. So clean and a little slower we have. Like that. And the other, or the alternating pattern of the chords is pretty much the same. You're just going to hit the open power chord to the 1st fret to the open again a little faster. And then you're going to hit the 3rd fret of the 5th, the 2nd fret of the 5th, and then the open. So we added the note there. Pick that a little faster. And then when we go to this D power chord, we're going to hit it twice. And then we're going to go to the A. So all together, a little slower. The second part will be, sorry. And then that's it pretty much for the song. There's sort of a little solo type section in the song. It doesn't last very long though, but I thought that I would point out to you guys that there is some kind of weird stuff as far as the keys concerned. It kind of confused me a little bit when I was looking at it, because the verse of the song is actually in A minor and the chorus of the song is actually in E minor, and it's a little weird because they're accidentals in both of them. For you guys who don't know what accidentals are, they're notes that aren't technically in key. So for example, in the verse when we're doing that bend to the 3rd fret, that's a B flat. If we weren't tuned down a half step, I'll talk about it like it's in standard. So B flat is not in A minor. So that's what we would call an accidental. It sounds cool in the song, but it's technically not a note that is in the key. So because of that, it can be a little bit confusing to figure out what the key's in, but after listening to it and playing along to it, it's in A minor. So the shape for that, if you wanted to, would be. So that's kind of based on the pentatonic scale, and we just added a couple other notes. So on the 6th string we have 5, 7, 8, then on the 5th we have 5, 7, 8. Then we technically would have 5, 7 on the 4th string, but the B flat is the accidental that he's bending to, and that is also on the 8th fret, so that's something that's a little weird that's going on. But because he's playing that note in the verse, it allows you to hit that note if you choose to do it right there. And then we have the 4th fret, the 5th fret, and the 7th fret on the 3rd string, 5th fret, 6th fret, 8th fret on the 2nd string, and the 5th fret, 7th fret, and 8th fret on the high 1st string. So again, just be aware of that. The key is in A minor, but you're gonna kind of have to throw in some bad notes, for lack of a better word, because it'll actually sound really cool along with the song. And as for the chorus, like I said, it's in E minor. So you're going to play the exact same shape that I just showed you, those notes, but you are going to move them up to the 12th fret, and it's the same pattern. And incidentally, I thought this was really cool. The accidental that their guitarist Jerry Cantrell is playing is the same shape of the accidental that he's playing in A minor. He's hitting an F. So that is the 15th fret of the 4th string, and that's the same shape of the accidental that was occurring up here, because technically this power chord that he's hitting is not in E minor. The E minor is the key that sounds really cool to play over while the chorus is happening. So like I said, I just wanted you guys to kind of be aware of that when you're making up ideas for how to play along to this song that's a little funky, but it actually sounds really cool and winds up working out really nicely. And honestly, that's it. It's just the verse and the chorus of the song repeated over and over again, and the other guitar that's in there is playing little fills that are in the keys that I was just talking about, and that little lead line, that one, and that is the entire song. So thanks.